A lot of people were excited to figure out how to create a digital coaching program. Like, what does that really look like? What does that entail? And what goes into creating a digital coaching program, right? So, why is it important to create digital courses? As you can see, the world can turn, things can happen. Things are always going to happen in our life, right? And if it might be in our personal life, it might happen, or it might be, something is happening with the economy, something is happening with the world, something is happening with health, like a pandemic. So you never know what happens. But one of the things that I've noticed about some of the world's most successful businesses is that the people who are at the helm, the CEOs, the owners of the business, the founders of the business, they always find a way to make it work. They always find a way to push through. They always find a way to continue to thrive, even during times of difficulty. And one of the biggest issues that I see with a lot of people, especially in our industry, as coaches, as speakers, as content creators, as authors, like anybody who have knowledge in their head and they say, hey, I want to be able to bless other people with this knowledge. Biggest thing I notice is that if any little uh any monkey wrench gets thrown in their way, that their whole business collapses, right? Something happens, they lose their job, their business is done, right? They get confused, they quit, they don't know what to do, so they stop doing it. They get frustrated because they missed the day, so they lost consistency, so they quit. A death in a family happens, so they get upset and frustrated, which is it's okay, right? But they mourn, and then now they lost that extra stream of income that could have been used to actually serve their family, right? So things is always going to happen in the world. They get sick, so now they can't go out and speak on stages, right? Or they get sick and now they can't coach, or they can't do other things, right, in person. So the reason why I decided to do this, the theme of last week of digital courses, or digital products and services, is because this is what's going to allow you to make an income and become wealthy in spite of you, right? In spite of you. So it's important that we understand how to create it and then also how to market it, right? Now, boom. Let's talk about coaching, right? So from a coach, so how do you create a coaching program? What does that really look like, right? Now, when I say coaching program, I actually mean a program. So from a program perspective, that looks like that looks like you being able to coach people based on the knowledge that you have, but you're doing it in real time. It's different than you doing it like like a course where typically it's pre-recorded, or you creating, like we talked about, ebooks last week and different things. Now it's actually doing coaching. Now, when it comes to actually creating a coaching program, what's great about that is people are actually able to ask you questions in real time. You're able to actually coach people in real time based on relevant things that's happening in their life, right? That's great. And you're able to provide people just a different level of support than any other means, right? To me, I think creating a coaching program is the most powerful and the most effective, even over speaking on stage, right? Because you speaking one to many, right? And anytime you're going to speak, there's always going to be at least 15 to 20% of every audience that you speak to that's going to want to work with you specifically, right? They're going to be like, Louis, listen, so you're speaking. Oh, I need you to help me personally, right? They're gonna be like, Shelly, listen, I heard you on this podcast, you was fire, or I heard you on this Zoom call, you was fire, right? And I need you to help me personally. Now, when you speaking to many people, you don't have the opportunity to really go deep with any one person, right? And that's the same thing with books. That's the same thing with with online courses. You can give somebody the blueprint and the map, but when you're talking about actually coaching somebody, now you got a back and forth. Now you have engagement, right? So that's why I love coaching, and really coaching is my favorite, honestly, out of all the different ways of creating content digitally online. So I love that. Now the question is, well, how do I create a coaching program? One, you don't have to overcomplicate it. One thing that you can do is literally you can do calls, right? You can get on the phone with people and literally just do phone calls. You've already set it up. They already paid you. Or if you're coaching them for free, that's your prerogative. Boom, get on a call with them, right? And then you coaching, literally just coaching. Typically you coach 30 minutes to an hour. And then you can take the content that you have, or maybe you can record the call and you can provide that maybe in a cloud-based service provider, maybe on a, I don't care if it's a Google Drive, you can do something, right? Like just get them the content, because a lot of times people, you'll notice is as you're talking to your clients, you'll notice they might be on the road, or they might be, coming home from work, or they might be doing something else, and they might be home with the kids, and a lot of times they may not even have an opportunity to sit down and take notes, right? So it's actually very convenient when you're able to provide them with those replays. So I'll just give you two things there. One is, you could speak to them over the phone, and then you could give them the recordings of the phone, of the call that you just had with them. Another way that you can do it is you can do it maybe via Zoom, right? So there's other platforms out there that you can use as well, but one of the most popular today is Zoom. So you could literally just get on a Zoom call with them, and you can coach them. And by the way, this is I'm talking group coaching and one-on-one coaching, right? So this goes for both, right? Whether you want to talk to many and you can coach many people, or you can coach one person at a time, right? This is going for the same thing. You could do the virtual, so you could do the Zoom, right? So once a week I have a program that's called the PC. I have two programs actually. I have one that's called the PCS program, where specifically I work with coaches and speakers and help them go to the next level, build their business, their marketing, etc. Then I also have another program that's called the SM3 program, which is called the Social Media Movement and Marketing Program. And what's interesting about that program is we show you specifically how to level up via your social media platforms. Now, what's interesting about that is, that gives me an opportunity to actually go back and forth, because both of us are on video, right? So that's just a different level of engagement. So it's not just voice, but you're able to see other people as well, which deepens the connection and relationship that you have with your audience. So that's really key. So when you're talking about creating a program, you want to create a program that's going to allow you to teach and train on your coaching call, right? Regardless of what the person is going through. And then also give you an opportunity to actually help that person directly, right? Help them. So whatever issue, whatever problem that they're going through, you now have an opportunity to coach them directly. And when you're able to give somebody, write this down, customized feedback, that is what is going to be the most impactful for somebody, because now they know the information that you provide them, they can apply it to the situation. And that is what makes coaching online so powerful. That is what makes it so magical, is because you have this face-to-face interaction. This other person that you're coaching could be anywhere in the world. I mean, in our program, in our PCS program, we have people that's part of the program globally, right? We have even in my we have a PCS bootcamp that we do annually. We had one of the ladies who signed up for the program. Who signed up for the live bootcamp. She signed up from London, right? And we got people. I've had coaching clients from Australia, Jamaica, right? And I'm in New York City, right? So it's a blessing that we can impact people from all over the world, through this means virtually, right? And you can and it could be so powerful. But you have to know how to do it correctly if you want to build a lucrative business and you want to help see somebody's life transform. All right. So if you like that, definitely give me some likes, because this is huge, right? This is huge. One of the biggest reasons I see a lot of people are not successful in our industry as coaches is because they don't even create their coaching program. If you say you're a coach and I asked you, okay, cool, you're a coach, all right, show me your members area. If you can't even show me a members area, you don't have a program, right? You just randomly talking to people. You know what I'm saying? You're just randomly having conversations, right? Be professional. You don't have to have everything to start, but have something that your members could go back to. Maybe you have replays that they can go back to and watch the coaching sessions. Maybe you have worksheets you can add to your program. Maybe you give them the audio. Maybe you give them the transcription. Maybe you give them ebooks. I don't know what else. What are you giving them? But you have to give people an opportunity to be able to grow, to live, and to thrive by providing them the correct resources that they need in order to go to that next level. Okay? All right? Does that make sense? I see you, Oye. Was that Oye Bukemi? I see you out here. What up? So This is huge. This is huge, and I really hope you took a lot away from this session, because this is what's really going to um, help you go to the next level.